Have you ever done something in your business and it has been an epic fail? Like it couldn't have gone any more wrong than what it did. Like the first time I stood up to do a talk at a networking event. Oh, and the thing is, listen, before I did it, I'd got myself so worked up about it. And so all the negative mental chatter, I'm going to be judged. Is anyone going to like it? Am I going to forget my words? Am I going to forget what I'm talking about? So I was already wound up before I even stood up. And then the meeting didn't go how I thought it was going to go. And then I finally got up to do my talk. And I just it was awful. I wanted the ground to swallow me up. My mouth was dry. I was shaking. It was what I call an epic fail in my business. Have you ever had something like that happen? And there's two things that can happen when this happens. Is it's easy, isn't it? That happens, and afterwards, all that negative doubt, self chatter comes up. That what was I doing? I know how to do this. How could this gone so wrong? La la la, all of the stuff that comes up. But then do you listen to that and then never do that action again? You start telling yourself, well, it's not going to work for my business. It's, never should have done it. Or do you go, do you know what? That was an epic fail. Acknowledge I'm having this negative self chatter. And okay, it was a fail. We all make mistakes. But this could be a really good opportunity. Now I know how not to do it. So the next time I do it, I can do it better. Now, the next time I stood up and did a speech, it went amazingly. But I wasn't, when I got up to do it, I hadn't worked myself up into the frenzy that I had the first time I did it. I was more comfortable. I was just like, I'm just going to do it. And I did it. And I've done it and done it and done it since, but I got that epic fail out the way to start off with. But it's so easy when something goes wrong in your business to listen to that negative, the niggle doubts that come up, and then never do that thing again. And do you know what? By just trying again, just going to yourself, do you know what? I'm just going to be a beginner. It's the first time I tried it in my business, but actually this could really move my business forwards. So I'm just going to give it another go and try it again, or maybe look at it from a different way, but you try again. And by trying again, and the more you do it, the more you'll perfect it. That could be one of the best things you've ever done in your business. But if you'd listened to those doubt niggles to start off with and never done it again, you never know. People I work with, listen, as small business owners, you've gone from the top of your game in what you're doing to all of a sudden running a business that you've never done before. And a lot of the people I work with are first-time business owners. So you're amazing at what you do, but you've never run a business. But going from being at the top of your game to being a beginner again, and actually going, do you know what? Mistakes are going to happen, and that's all right. I'm going to move on. I'm going to get through this. Can be a challenge, and working through that. When I work through that with people, it's challenging because it's new. But what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you are starting a business and all of a sudden, or you're in your first couple of years of business, and there's all of this new stuff, and you're having those doubt niggles, or you're telling yourself, you should know this stuff. You're a business owner now, you should know this stuff. Just give yourself permission just to be a beginner again. So I'm going to leave you there.